Mama Says, a show where we talk about all things color. My name's Aaliyah.
And I'm Darren.
And today Mama says
that color, your favorite color, says a lot about you. And then my disclaimer is...
we're making all of this up.
Yeah, totally.
It's not based on anything except for kind of like our insights into working with people and
based on color psychology as a whole, but not so their color psychology when it comes to you.
Yes, and
we're not psychologists.
I just had one of my friends give me a book called Bluettes, and it's like a book about this woman who's in love with the color blue, and she like
sounds like you.
Yeah, well, she has a lot of theories about what that says about people, but that was just like kind of a launch point about this, because
like
we do this all the time, don't we?
Yes, we do. We totally do. Let's talk about Blake.
Yeah. I was about to say, let's start with Red.
Yeah, let's start with Red.
It's natural leeway into Blake.
Yeah, so Blake, the
One
other
of the
namesakes.
Yeah.
Yes. So twin of her. So she loves the color red,
but she started off with blue being her favorite color.
Black. I was
very
concerned
and then it
for
was
her.
blue.
Well, it wasn't blue. It was black, and they're twins. So it was blue. It was blue. Only you think it's blue because when she was little, it was blue for Blake and red for Aaliyah, which is hilarious because red is her favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she admired it on you when she saw you in it. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. When
and
you think
blue
about
is my favorite. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is really, wow. That's a whole nother thing. We'll have to talk about that amongst the three of us.
But red.
Yes, but red. So red is Blake's favorite color. And what does that mean? So in color psychology, the color red really means power.
Mm-hmm.
And it also means passion and lust and drive. And I mean, Blake is all those things.
She's a very passionate person.
She's a very passionate person about
anything.
About anything, about the things that she loves the things that she cares about, the things that she feels that she needs to stand for.
Mm-hmm.
So everything, animals, people that she cares about are things of justice. That's
She's
her.
our conscience.
Large and in charge. She is very large and in charge. When
Yeah.
she walks in a room, you know it. I mean, she vibrates power,
Mm-hmm.
and authority.
And I think
but she's also very sexy.
And I think
don't you
people
think?
who, I don't know about saying that about my sister,
But I mean, she's sensual. Like
Yeah.
she's a sexy looking person.
yeah, I mean,
There's nothing wrong with that.
she's very curvy, so that's true about her anyway.
Yeah.
But like, I just think people who like red tend to be passionate people.
Yeah.
Like they feel very strongly
About whatever they feel strongly about.
Yes,
You know?
they're they've got like
The force
presence.
behind them.
They
Yes.
have presence.
Yes.
I think always have presence. Like
They
even
do.
if it's a soft presence,
Yeah.
because anything relating to red. Because you could the softer version of
Red, which a lot of people call pink.
pink or coral,
Right.
even
Right,
which
exactly.
is like a lively personality.
It still has a lot of energy to that color, right?
very flirty personality.
It can really range the gamut of however, and what undertone of red that you are passionate about too, I
Yes.
think could say a lot.
Yes.
I mean, we could take this so deep because red ranges from a bluer red or cooler red, a red that has more blue in it, and then those reds that are very, very warm, close to orange. So like if you were that fiery orange type of girl,
Mhm.
then perhaps you would be more a stronger
Strong, yeah.
personality,
Yeah.
right? And maybe perhaps even more energetic. And that doesn't mean that you would have more energy than that person of the red. It would be how you use that energy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it would be more frenetic. Maybe the power girl in the red or power man would be more like kind of even keeled power, where that red orange might be like more, you know what I mean? That's how I see it anyway.
Well, I mean, okay, so then let's go into orange.
Yeah.
Orange is not very many people's favorite color. Do you notice that?
It's mine.
It's mine too. Well, I don't know. I have all kinds
I
of
have
favorite
lots
colors.
of favorite colors, so it's very hard for me to say specifically.
It's my second favorite color.
I am a very huge fan of orange. In fact, we wrote the book Orange because of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
And I think you're a very strong person, strong, vibrant person, because your favorite orange is more yellow.
Yes, my favorite orange is very, very yellow, and it looks yellow, but it's actually orange.
I think this characterizes her. It was one morning, and we had to get up very early for a wedding, and you know, I'm not a morning person, so I'm just sitting there, like, kind of like getting myself psyched up. And she's just like talking, I don't know, saying all kinds of things, like so energetic. She's like, I feel very chill this morning. Don't I seem chill? I'm not drinking coffee. And I'm like, and I think that is your strength. You're like, you're like energetic without even meaning to be. Like energetic and strong.
I thought I was chill. I really felt I was chill. Very chill. Yeah, so I think that is a good description, because an orange person would think they're chill, or they would think they were calm when they weren't.
Yeah, because their chill will just be more strong than other people's chill.
Because you're just vibrating. You're just,
radiating strength and energy, I guess, or power, depending on where you fall.
And I think too that you do probably radiate a sense of confidence, because I know that people tell me all the time that they think I'm confident. I'm like,
or intimidating. People are intimidated.
Yeah, people tell me that I'm intimidating all the time.
Yeah, and so that could be something that...
And I don't need to be.
Well, and I think that a lot of people who resonate with orange tend to be a little bit intimidating. And maybe, I think it is a confidence thing, because people with a lot of confidence are intimidating. You're like, wow, they're so, confident and cool. And it's like you aspire to be them, but you're like, I don't know if I'm like confident enough to chill with that person.
Walk as we walk too.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're a red, okay, I have a question for that. I'm going to go back to red for a second. I want to know how many of you favorite color red people have a very strong, loud walk.
Oh my gosh. Blake has such a, like, in school.
Shakes the house.
I just remember in high school, because, she's always wearing heels. You would just hear her go down the hallway, because it'd be like, boom, boom, boom.
And she's little, and she's always been little. Okay,
so
yellow.
I think, yellow, very energetic. Yeah, and I think that's another one.
Sunshiny, pleasant. Yes. I think of a friend of ours, Meredith. Mm-hmm. We won't use last name. She'll know who she is. She does a really good goat noise, by the way. She does all kinds of voice sound effects. She is such a sweet girl. I think like sweetness and
channeling sunshine.
Positivity. Yes, positivity. Mm-hmm. Always the silver lining, just joyful.
Yes.
It's a great color, right?
It is. And it's a happy color, but it is kind of a polarizing color too, because, and I think that's the same connotation as orange, maybe. Like maybe people are intimidated by that energy.
It's a lot of energy, actually.
Yeah. And someone, we'll get to them, but like maybe for some people that's just too much for their I guess level,
Right. It could be too much for people.
And that's not saying that either of those people are wrong.
No.
It just, different
personalities.
Yeah.
And maybe they're a different color, like we'll get to it in a minute. We can't talk about it yet. We have to follow the spectrum.
So let's do this one, because, and I think men tend to resonate more with this, but I have like, it's a, also maybe like non-conforming types, but like, lime or like warm greens, or what would you call it? A yellow green? Or...
Yeah. Are we talking about green yellow now?
Yeah.
Okay. We moved on. So we went from yellow. Now we're doing green yellow, and which is determination. Yes.
And I think those have got to be intimidating.
And I have to say, when we came up with our system, finding a label for green yellow was difficult, because a lot of people are not a fan of green yellow.
I do like it, but it is definitely like
has a lot of negative
if I
connotations
well,
to
and
it.
if I didn't have my swatches, I
But
probably
only
would
if you-
never wear it.
Yeah, but I personally, I say that it has a lot of negative connotations to it, but that's just for the people that don't understand it, because I love green yellow. If you think about it, it's a combination of the color green, which is life, and then yellow, which is energy. I mean, who doesn't want life and energy together?
Yeah, I don't think it's that intimidating.
I love it. Especially yours too. So yes.
I think my husband loves these colors a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think they're my favorite, but
I love them. Yeah,
they're definitely not even in the top. But
I think I definitely love all my warm colors, and I think that's really interesting. Like I love.
You're a warm person, though.
Yeah, red is. I'm not as much of a fan about red as I am about orange, yellow, and green yellow, and then I go to purple blue.
And actually,
and I think that's
orange,
really interesting.
Yellow and green yellow, and I think that just tells you,
I need energy.
About gender things, because those are typically, I think, coded, maybe less so yellow, but as masculine. But
yeah. Oh yeah.
I think that's just a misconception about the strength of people, personally.
Yeah, I think that I could tell stories about that whole thing, but I really do. I gravitate, but I do love blue also.
Okay, so let's get to blue, but first we have to do
green, yellow.
Green.
We didn't really talk about green, yellow. What does that say about the person?
Oh, so, they're just determined.
They're very determined.
It's a good workout color.
Yeah, it's definitely another high energy color. Someone that likes that color, I'm sure, has a lot of energy. It probably emits a lot of energy as well, don't you think?
Yeah.
Maybe not as much as yellow, starting to cool it down a little.
I bet you, I don't know. This is just, since we're just being
maybe
conjecture.
They're even quiet, determined. Those real.
They're like goal setters, and they have a slow and a turtle.
Remember, we're making this up.
They're like a turtle just slowly getting to their.
Yeah, you think they're a turtle?
Goals.
I don't think they're a turtle.
Maybe that's life.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to disagree only because I still feel like they have that sense of energy. So maybe it looks like they're being turtlesque, but they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a plan. And they're strategic.
Okay, so now
I love these green yellow people.
I want to go to green. That's green. That should be the new.
A lot of
we
guys
should ask people their favorite color.
Most people will say the three most common colors of favorite are red, blue, and green.
I think, green has a lot of crossover, though.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people call blue, green, and it's actually turquoise.
But I think green would be a natural one for people to like, because it's nature.
Natural.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in our environment. It's definitely a color. It still has a very happy feel to it. You know, it's very inviting. It feels
maybe you're an earthier type of person. Yeah. And I think
nature is important to you.
Oh, and green is life. So
yes.
I mean, you're a nurturing type of person.
Yeah, I think that someone
people good with kids.
Oh yeah, not us.
I know
you're good with kids, actually.
I like kids.
Yeah, you're good with them
as long as they're not my kids.
Yeah,
I don't have kids, so it's okay for me to say.
Yeah, I want to play. I don't want to. I don't want to be a caretaker. I don't want to hug and pet. That's what puppies are for. But anyway, we digress. So, but the green thing, I before we got distracted, I had a thought about that. It's. Oh goodness! It was
talking about nurturing,
life,
earthy.
Yes, but there was part of their personality would be maybe they perhaps were peacemakers.
Oh,
that they like things to
be growth oriented.
Yes. And they're not negative.
That's still that's like a softer determination, maybe.
Right.
A more approachable determination.
Oh, that's good.
Those would be the turtles. So slow and steady wins the race kind of people.
I think so.
And they probably have more of a universal appeal, in my opinion, because
thoughtful. They're very thoughtful. I think they're.
I don't think a lot of people dislike green.
No, they don't.
They might not love it, but they won't hate it.
Right.
Whereas the other, like the warmer colors that we kind of went over are very polarizing.
Yes, I know. We get that a lot because we do color analysis. So when we're working with those
So
tones,
actually,
like,
these colors that we're about to go
But then
in,
they're
I
like,
think
oh,
are not very hated at all. So like teal.
Yeah, blue green is next, and that's the color of
balance.
Yes.
And so that is probably
Very.
the least
Yeah.
polarizing of the colors.
Yes.
Almost, I've never had someone who's like, oh, I hate teal.
Yeah,
you know?
no, you're right. I have never found
Yeah.
anyone not to like.
Do you hate
blue
teal?
green.
Let us know.
Let us know. We want to know. We want to know, what did teal ever do to you?
They're like,
What
I don't
has
want
happened?
They're like, I don't want any balance in my life.
I hate balance.
So yeah, like, and that would be a good person for like someone who likes those very warm, energetic colors. Maybe you need that kind of person. in your
Yeah, it's
life.
really a pretty combination. Actually, we talked
A
about
good
color
therapist.
combinations.
You should
Yeah.
ask your therapist, what's your favorite color? If it's
Ooh.
teal, that might be a good
That's a
fit
good
for
thing.
you if you are a red lover.
Yes, if you're a power person, you need to seek that balance person.
Yeah. They're your opposite.
Yeah,
so.
that would be good.
Ooh, I wonder like couples. Like,
Yeah, now I need
what's
to know.
what's
I'm-
Dad's favorite color?
You know, he says he doesn't have one. He used to like green a lot. I don't know. He might like blue a lot. If he likes blue, then we would be balanced. I don't think we're very balanced. I think we're always like,
Yeah, so
we get along
I
great. Don't
balance
get
would
me
be-
wrong, but I would not say we're balanced.
and actually, so in that book I was telling you about, she was talking about how she didn't like green, like teals and turquoises and stuff, which are, blue greens
Oh, so
and
she
balance.
says that.
Yeah, and so
Oh.
she doesn't resonate with them. And I think the same thing. And I wonder if that's just because, like, I don't know. I'm definitely not a balanced person. Like, I aspire for it, but I don't resonate it. Like, I love looking at it. It's really pretty, but it's not a natural part of
And
my
you know what?
personality.
And now that she said that, I realize that I say that I really like the blues. I have to say that I really love the turquoise. Because in my kitchen, I have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do like the color, and I paint a lot with blue.
So
green.
I wonder
So
if
there must
the
be something-
Enneagram type 9s would be a balance.
I
They're
would
peacemakers.
I would think, yeah.
Yeah.
I would think it would be a good. Definitely, it's very, very zen. It's a very zen color.
Yeah.
in my
So let's go to blue,
Blue.
which
Blue.
is trust.
Yes. I think blue is a very well loved color.
It is and it's calming.
It's very calming. It's very pretty. It has a beautiful range to it. So there's, the blues that are warmer. They look almost teal.
Actually, I lied. Blue is not my favorite.
Purple blue is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's not me.
I kind of lied too because I said that blue,
I-
and I think I like turquoise more. I like blue green more than I
Yeah.
even like blue, and then I,
I
like
like blue.
indigo. All right,
Yes.
we're getting out of the picture. So we have to go to the true blue. So
And I think those people are like maybe like sobering people.
Yeah.
Like they're very like chill.
yeah,
And I think trusting, like
loyal.
loyal, yeah. But like that's not always a good thing,
Yeah.
Like it's like how power, people think it's a bad thing, but it's not
It's
always
not a bad thing. No.
And I think trust.
Oh yes, I see what you're saying.
So like it's hard to come that way on life or balance.
Are you saying there could be a little naive
Not necessarily, maybe naive, yeah,
in a sweet way?
in
Like,
a sweet way, but like, if you've ever had that person in your life who's like very trusting, and you're like, please, like my husband, he's very trusting in some ways, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, don't do that, like you have to like watch out for them a little
they
bit
need a
more.
little skepticism.
Yeah.
Maybe they need to hang out with a determination
Yeah.
person, a green yellow, get that skepticism. I can't say that
So
word. But
like very trusting, and I think calm, and kind of maybe reserved in some
reserved.
way.
Yes.
Maybe that's a mature
yes.
blue lover. They're
I
a
like
little
it.
they're a little bit like taken off from their trusting nature.
I like it.
They're a little
They've
more
learned,
hesitant.
they're beat up.
Well, and I think it's like I think loyal is a good one, because like whenever they commit, they're like in it, but like it's not like the energetic and strength people where you're like, what do you even want,
Get to the
So-
point.
I think like
They're a good listener.
a good listener.
I would say balance people
yes.
and trust people. So I'm sorry, blue-green people or teal, and then true blue people would probably be really good listeners.
Yes, and you
Much-
might feel
much more
very
than the
confident
other ones.
in like telling them things too.
Yes, a confidant.
Yes, yes,
Oh
exactly.
yes. I think someone that likes the color blue would be a really good confidant.
So, okay, so
Yeah.
then let's go into
Purple
my personal favorite.
What are you
indigo.
going to say about that one?
I think, and I will be a spokesperson for my people.
I will be a spokesperson. Go ahead.
That like we are very intuitive,
I
so that can get us into trouble perhaps. But like we don't necessarily have reasons for things, but we feel things very like in our gut, and that people do feel confident telling you things because they like think that you're intuitive with dealing with people on a level. Like I don't know if I always have reasons for why. I think everything I do is in that. I very strongly rely on intuition because like everything I do is kind of that. Like I never know like necessarily the logical reason for stuff, but I feel like it's the right move.
I feel it.
Yes, you feel. You're very feeling
it.
oriented. So like for me, I always want to be more logical and stuff like that. Like that's my aspiration, but it's not my natural.
Really?
Yeah, like I mean,
You work at it then.
but it's
Because I
like
see her as being logical.
that's very like much like a developed
A thought
trait.
process.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I'm like, oh, I feel this, but like, why do I
So
feel
create.
this?
Okay. So when I think that someone that loves the color purple blue, which has a very interesting range, it can look very, very purple. So it could almost look like purple, or it could look very, very blue. I see them as very creative types.
And I do like more the blue side, so maybe that says something.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm kind of creative, but like there's definitely way more creative people.
Oh my gosh. She's kind of, oh my gosh. I must be on the dumpster level of creative.
You're very
Ed.
creative.
Oh my gosh. She's so creative. All right.
But-
whatever. I don't know who she's thinking of.
I like the more blue side, so
Yeah.
like maybe there is a little
And
bit
you are
of
very
trust.
trustworthy.
Yes, and
you
I
are very trustworthy.
I think I was very trusting, but now I've developed a little bit more
cynical.
Yeah, I've become more cynical.
She's getting in more to the purple side. But I would think that they would be, because they're intuitive people, they're most likely a little bit more on the quiet side, I would think. That
Naturally.
they are discerning. Don't you think?
Yes.
Discerning. I would say that they do, like you said, that you feel you're
reflective. You're very reflective.
Yes. And mindful. So getting to purple. So
Yes.
purple is a fun color because it is.
I love people that
Embrace
purple is their
purple.
favorite color.
I know.
Because they're so interesting.
They're interesting. This is the thing about purple that I find is very interesting. It's starting to speed up because you're leaving the blues.
Yes.
Okay. So now you have this new sense of this energy.
It's
that's
a very
coming into the
polarizing color too.
It is a very polarized. Oh, I just got chills. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
That is so weird. I have no idea
And I
why I
think
just got
that-
chills. That's so crazy.
Well, if you think about why it's polarizing, like to be creative, you kind of are pushing against
the norm.
conceptions. Yeah.
It is
preconceptions.
not naturally. It's not. I'm sure there are purple creatures in the world. There are purple creatures in the world. There's purple. Are there true purple birds though?
I have no idea.
This is
We're gonna
something.
look that up. Google. So we'll have some bird pictures. Here,
Yeah,
maybe.
we need to.
Or
Yes,
animal pictures.
Yeah, I do
Insects.
believe that. I mean, isn't there like parrots that have purple in them?
But anyway,
It's not a normal color found in
Lots of
like
flowers.
I shouldn't say normal. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm taking back everything I just
violets. Violets
said.
are
Yeah. Okay, I
purple.
take back everything I said.
And also, I have like, this is maybe deviating, but like the first time I saw a violet, my husband actually got me one, and I'd never seen
You never saw one before then?
No, not really. Or I'd never like really paid attention.
Okay.
And then one day, because it's a really pretty green color, and then it bloomed, and I was just like, it was so captivating.
Yes, and
you
there
know?
are people out there that are really intense violet lovers. Like they have, I had an aunt that had so many violets in her house. Like
And
she
purple,
grew them
and the people who
inside
love
the
purple
houseplants.
love purple.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful color, really. But so what I think that
Eccentric.
people, oh yes, I think in a really cool way, I think that purple lovers have a little eccentricity to them.
Yes.
And that they have a lot of energy. I feel that they're dynamic personalities.
Yes.
I do feel like they're creative. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be an artist to be creative. It could just mean that you are a creative person. You could be an accountant and be creative. My goodness,
Yes.
right?
And
People would never
I
think
have
that.
one last story I'm going to share about purple.
Yeah.
My husband used to love purple. That was his
Oh,
favorite
yeah.
color.
I think we
And
talked
then,
about this before.
you know, kids are mean and make fun of him because he was a man that liked a boy that liked purple. And I just think that's so sad because he could have been a purple lover, and he kind of is, you know?
He is, and he is very creative.
Yes, he's very creative and
Yeah.
unusual and eccentric, you know?
He is.
Yes.
He's a quirky little guy
And
in a
that's-
most loving way. I love him
And that's
to
what
death.
I think about people that love purple.
Yeah.
You know, you're great. Okay, that's my love letter to people that love purple.
Yeah.
So then let's go to
Red
the
purple,
last color.
the last color. So red purple is again has speeding up
Magenta.
the energy. Yes, magenta. We always fight about that. And it has a lot of red in it, and it
Yes.
has the purple in it. So it's almost like a double whammy red if you think about it, right? Because you're
Mhm.
leaving blue, and then you add a little more red, and that makes purple, and then you add a little bit more red. Then you have magenta, and then all the red, which is red. So it's almost like, to me, I think it's like squared. That's how I always think of it. I always think of like,
Power
Magenta.
and creativity.
yeah,
That's an interesting combo for sure.
yeah. But I almost think it's like it's like two reds to one purple.
Okay.
That make, you know what I mean? In my brain, that's how I see the color when I'm
we
making
call
them.
that ambition.
Yeah. She's like, okay, whatever, Mom.
Well, you're making up equations.
I know.
over
I
here.
just got all excited. Okay, so ambition. I think that red purple is definitely a very ambitious color.
And I love that because, you know, it's magenta, and I think women are very ambitious, and
absolutely.
they tend to be the ones that like
the red purple. So
Yeah.
it's a little softer than red.
mhm.
It still has a ton of power to it. And depending on where it fits on the color line, it can be more blue. So it can feel a little softer,
Mhm.
or it can feel a little, and I don't know about you. I want to get your take on this. I feel like the bluer of the magentas is almost a little bit more romantic and a little bit more
Creative.
yes, I think there's
Mhm.
a thing to it.
And also
and
the
then
people,
the others, they get
Oh.
more playful. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't
But
you think?
I think
Yeah.
that entire color group, they're just like the people that is their favorite color. They're just like, I think they're trendsetters.
Yes,
you
they
know?
are. Yes, I'm glad you said that. I feel like
And you
they
know,
are.
I've noticed something, and I don't know if you have, but like I think in like the queer community, that's more the color, and they're very like they tend to be more like creative, but also you have to be I think socially speaking, you kind of have to be ambitious because it's not an easy
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
So like
Yeah.
that's something that I'm like very much like trend setting.
Yeah, and I think that they
creating
are
your own paths.
Yes, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I do feel like there is a feel. Yeah, I can't get my brain around what I'm trying to say, but there is definitely a certain feel for the ambition. The people
Yes.
that love that they are not afraid to try things.
Yes.
They love
Open.
to
They're
explore.
very open.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it.
I think,
It's
and that's
good.
the difference between them and power people. I think power people are open, but they like are almost distracted by their own passions. They're just like, this is what it is.
They're
you know?
faster.
Yes.
They're
yeah.
faster, and that doesn't necessarily mean a good thing. It's like they're like, that's it. That's
Maybe
it.
a little
That's
less
it.
thoughtful, and that's not a bad thing
Yeah.
because you know you could be people like me and just paralyzed by indecision sometimes.
Well, and I would say, and when we say, and I don't know if this is what you mean by that, but when we say less thoughtful, they're more intentive of what they're more on a trajectory path.
Yes.
It's not that they're less thinking or less caring. It's just that they're just like, this is it. I'm going for it.
Okay. So I think it's like more instinctive, you
a
know,
little more instinctive.
And ambition, I feel like it's more strategic, you know, like they have
of course,
a goal.
Blake would disagree. She'd be like, I have a goal.
Yeah, I don't know if that's true.
She's so not here to defend herself. She's like, oh, I wonder if she'll watch this.
Yeah, she does watch them. So
Uh-oh, we're
yeah.
in trouble.
But
we love you, Blake.
But yeah, so it's like people who are ambitious, I think, are a little bit more strategic.
Yeah.
And they've got, and you have to be if you're ambitious. You can't just be like going like what, because to be ambitious means you're going after something.
Yeah.
So
I like this.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. So let us know what your thoughts of our very
super scientific way of talking about people in our entirely conjecture oriented one.
Yeah. It was fun though. And so there's probably some truth in what we've said.
There's always some truth in what we say.
Everything.
We
had fun. We hope you did.
Yes. So if you have any thoughts about what we just, said, we'd love to hear them. And
then if you do have certain favorite colors, show us how you use them. Like, send us a picture.
Yeah. So
is it your wardrobe that you like to use it? Is it your home interiors?
Oh yeah, that might change things a little.
Yeah. Is it your car? Do you, if you're a red lover, do you have a red car? Is that what you wanted to have, that red car? Or
I did meet a girl in an elevator who said her entire interior of her car was magenta hot pink. And I was like, wow, I love you.
Yeah. That's so cool. Yeah. I love that.
So, live colorfully, embrace your favorite colors.
Break those rules.
And maybe if you haven't thought about what your favorite color was in a while, think about it.
Yeah.
Or return to a previous color that was stomped out from your existence. Because you know what? Color doesn't have a gender, and that's silly. So you should love whatever color you like.
Yes, do it.
Bye, guys.
Bye.